Hi friends, it's Suzanne here from sunstampin.com. I'm a Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. I want to welcome you to my weekly Wildcard Wednesday video on my blog and YouTube channel. The card designs I share today are a little more technique driven, but nothing too complicated. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial and would love to see you shop with me. Hey everybody, it's me, and I thought I would share a couple of cards that I got in the mail. The first one here is from Regiane from Gatineau, Quebec. Thank you so very much for this cheerful card. And I got a birthday card from my team member Bev, and she made this from that add-on paper pumpkin kit. So thank you so much, Bev. I really appreciate getting happy mail, even during this weird kind of pandemic, or especially during this weird kind of pandemic time. Today I'm going to go over the Stampin Cut and Emboss Machine. This was pretty swanky. Look at this little number, hey? Got a beautiful Stampin' Up engraved logo in the front. It has really nice non-slip pads, and I'm going to show you as I put it on my desk. I'm pushing it and it's not moving. So I have to put some force to it. Anyway, if you find that yours is slipping, I would suggest taking a little like baby wipe or something and wiping down the, the feet. So I wasn't used to how this clunks. It shook my camera and stuff, but it clunks. So I would say open one side carefully and then open the other side carefully. I'm just trying to show you. It's very lightweight. I'm thinking this is the best thing about it. It's exceptionally, it does not feel like a toy. It does not feel like a plastic, piece of junk. This is a very sturdy, lightweight, but yet heavy duty machine. I was very excited for it. So I did read the instructions here, and in case you needed to know, you're only allowed to cut one sheet at a time. They advise against other manufacturers' plates and adapters, not to use the mini plates with the large machine, and use the plates in the correct order. And you can use other manufacturers' dies, but be prepared to use shims and stuff. The neat thing is that they come with the plates all numbered and stuff. One of the things, oh, look at these beautiful plates. Don't you love it when they're crystal like that? You're just like, oh, I feel so bad to ruin them, but not really. One of the things that I really liked is on these shims and on the actual platform, they have your sandwiches. So no extra piece of paper. You can see you need 1, 2, and 3 for thin dies, and then you have the standard embossing folder coming up here, and you need 1 and plates 3, and then even using the 3D embossing folder, it tells you need 1 and 4. So interesting. I think it's very clear. It's not going to be any bit of confusion for you. So I'm going to take it for a run. I'm just giving my first impressions. So here is a regular embossing folder. This one is called Winter Snow. It's fabulous. So I'm looking at the little plate here and making sure that I was like making sure that I have my platform and that I had number 2, and then I had, just all the right ones. Let's put it that way. I double checked. And then you need to even everything up. And then you sort of push, this is what I do anyway. I push it through the mouth of the machine until it kicks my little handle, and then I run it through. So, and also one of the things too was that they suggested putting the open part of the embossing folder to the machine. So you don't put the crease in, you put the open part. Does that make sense? Through the machine first. All right, so here I have some new dies. Actually, I got these. These are called the Joy dies, which is kind of, they could have, it could have been a better name. They could have called it, Joy dies. It's not good. What if, who's Joy? I certainly don't want my Joy to die. And, if anybody's name is Joy, that's kind of, sad. Anyway, I'm just joking. So you can see what happened here. My vellum piece, it slipped. So and that was my fault, user error. This is not a magnetic platform. So that's the one thing I'm missing with this baby. And that is an honest impression. I'll get over it. I could use, I just have to be careful. It cut the glitter, this balmy blue glitter, like butter. And by the way, the balmy blue glitter did not glitter everywhere, like it stayed put. So this is a regular piece of Whisper White and a very fine detailed die. I'm layering up the Joy die. So I have vellum, I have balmy blue, and now I'm going to have Whisper White. I should have put a little bit of adhesive on this Whisper White, but I didn't think of it because I don't even know what card I'm making. I'm going to make a card, and it's going to be the most glittery card I've ever made ever in my entire career of making cards. This is by far the most glittery card that I've ever made. It was very difficult to photograph. So, and then I'm just starting off with, some glitter. Here's this balmy blue glitter I can't get enough of. It's gorgeous. And the fact that it die cuts so fabulously, so super happy with it. So what do I need to tell you? Yeah, it was so far so good. My Stampin' mat is glued to my desk here, the black grid mat, my cutting mat, and it's uneven. So there's about 1/4 of an inch that is uneven. So anywhere I put the machine for you to see it and for me to use it, it is kind of slippy. So I might have to figure out something for that if I want to share this with you in the future. The thing is, I've never brought my Big Shot ever on my desk before to share with anybody, all YouTube land, because it was cumbersome. And this is not cumbersome. This is like, it weighs very little. Like, I don't even know how much it weighs. What does it say it weighs? I have no idea. But it's really, I could weigh it. But who wants to get the scales out? It's like a pot roast. It's not very much. I wouldn't say it's more than maybe 5 pounds. I'm not sure. I'm not good with weight. And you can see what I did here. So this is what are they called? So Much Snow? I'm looking and I can't find it. Anyway, hang on. So Many Snowflakes, this is called, these dies, and couldn't be more excited to play with this set. And I realized that it sort of just cuts this label out, and I actually wanted the border. I don't know how to explain it. So I cut some of the stitched nested dies. I cut one just out of plain white paper. I still don't know where I'm going with this card, you guys. I'm just cutting some elements. So here goes the little machine. I'm tidying it all up, and I just put it on the floor. Like, it was that simple. So, okay, so here you can see how I made the negative piece to work for me. And I used this nested label dies. And so I was able to sort of adhere everything, and then I could flip it around and then cut off the excess, which was brilliant, so that I had something to use as a guide. So if you have the stitched nested dies, comes in handy. All right, so now here is my emboss piece, this winter snow, is it called? Anyway, I'm using balmy blue, and I'm using a sponge, and I'm just sort of catching the top of the snowflakes, so the embossed snowflakes. This embossed so lovely. And the embossing folder is a must. So if you craft on a budget, you're going to want that one because that's lovely. And here I am being frugal again. So I wanted my glimmer paper to be the matte. And I shared this in Monday's video about how I cut a rectangle, a middle rectangle out so that I'm not wasting too much of my glitter paper. And by the way, this trimmer cuts the glimmer paper amazingly well too. So you can see what I'm doing, lining it up at the 1/2 inch mark and then cutting a frame around the inside. I could have used a die for this, but whatever. It's not that hard. And I just snipped off the excess, and I'm going to save some of that balmy blue glitter paper for another project. Woohoo! So you can see that I sped this this part of the card making process up because I don't want to bore you too much. This is a really long video already. So this is the piece die cut just out of the simple Whisper White, and when I was putting glue on here, I'm like, I should have put this on, some of my adhesive sheet, but Sue wasn't thinking, so there you go. I adhered this right to the piece, so the second part of that die. These dies are called joy dies, and they do come with a Peace and Joy photopolymer stamp set. Lovely stamp set. I just love the fact that they made these kind of sentiment. I'm word dies. I love them. So you can see then I've put the adhered it to the vellum, and now I've put dimensionals on the vellum piece, and I'm putting that all on my focal point. Then I slathered it with dimensionals, and I put it off to the side to hopefully, create a nice looking card. I still don't really know what I'm doing. I kind of do now, but not 100%. Those snowflakes up in the corner are a little daunting. So here's my Stampin' Seal Plus because I'm adhering Whisper White to glitter, and I don't know how it's going to stick. So I used a strong adhesive, and look at that. I have a lovely little mat, and I did not waste any glitter paper. And then I have put adhesive on the back of that, and I'm adhering it to a Whisper White thick card base. And I love how the balmy blue has just touched those snowflakes. I really like that embossing folder, you guys. Okay, so there's the sparkly card, and that it was like super sparkly. So I fussed a lot with the placement of the snowflakes, the white and the glitter snowflakes. And I am coming in with the blue adhesive back gems. I am adhering all of sorts of, it's glittery, it's crazy. It is my first Christmas card of 2020, you guys. So thank you so very much for watching. Like I said, this was my first impressions of the Stampin' Cut and Emboss Machine. Gotta say, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Could use a magnetic board, but aside from that, it's all good. You should get one. Okay, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.